Hey guys, my name is Bryant, and today I will be reviewing HBO's new science fiction thriller series called Westworld. Westworld is created by Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan, who is the brother of Christopher Nolan, and it's also executive produced by J.J. Abrams. So right off the bat, you know this show is kind of a big deal. Westworld is kind of like an open world, real life video game where you can be the cowboy, you can be the hero, you can be the villain. So if you are a guest, you are a newcomer, and you pay a hefty price, you get to go to this world where you can be anything you want to be. This world is populated by androids, which are called hosts because they kind of host you along your experience. I even hesitate to call them androids because I'm not sure what they are yet. They definitely do bleed, but they seem very realistic. And it seems like as a guest or a newcomer, you can do whatever you want to the host, to the environment. Even when the guests aren't there, the hosts, the androids, are still acting out their reality. They believe that they are real people and that they're experiencing a real life. This was a very interesting and fun show to watch, carried by very strong performances. You're not sure who's a host and who's a guest. So this forces the viewer to watch very closely at their little mannerisms, at how they move, and it's fun just trying to figure out, oh, is this a robot or is this a real human? We enter the world right after a new update, and some of the androids are malfunctioning. The malfunctioning ranges from little ticks to something's more serious. If you look at the cast of this film, it's just amazing. All of these people have come from movies, and not saying movies are better, but they have a long body of work. And it's funny because I think all of these characters are playing their typecasted role. And I mean that in the best possible way. They are typecast in these roles for a reason because they are so good at them. Anthony Hopkins plays the main architect, the main creator of this world. You can see that he probably has ulterior motives just by looking at his eyes. Evan Rachel Wood plays the girl in distress. She's very good at that and you empathize with her plight. James Marsden is in this and he continues his never-ending streak of being that guy, and that's all I'm gonna say. If you've seen his movies, you know what I'm talking about. Jeffrey Wright plays a really convincing scientist, as he always does. He always plays that smart kind of brainiac guy who needs to figure stuff out. Finally, we have Ed Harris, and this is one of the coolest and scariest characters I've seen. He's a complete mystery, but he seems to be a person that's been playing the game for a very long time, so he walks through it with a lot of confidence, and he's very brutal. Overall, this was a great pilot episode. We learned a lot about how this world works, how it works behind the scenes. I have a couple of minor criticisms, and that is the questions. So many questions are raised in the first episode, and some things logistically doesn't seem to work. It makes you wonder, how is it possible or how is it feasible that they're doing all this in the span of a day or 2 days? And also, how do the storylines all work and tie together? It's very complicated, but of course this is the pilot episode, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. And even if these aren't addressed, there are ways that it could be explained, so you can just come up with your own explanation of how these things are working. I also thought the visuals weren't that spectacular, but that's also us being spoiled by Game of Thrones and True Detective, which all had great cinematography or great costume work. There definitely are some very cool visuals in how these androids and creatures are built, but overall the cinematography just looked functional, which is fine. The casting is predictable, but that also means that they are all a very good fit. They are doing what they are best at. The questions posed are interesting, and I'm having a lot of fun just staring at the characters, trying to figure out what's underneath. So I'm going to give Westworld a B+. Definitely check this show out if you have time. There's so many talented people behind camera and on screen. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. My goal is to make a lot more videos these coming months. I know I've been slacking. I'm sorry, but I'll see you guys soon.